But you have some previews of what no one has seen yet, Miss Patricia.
Yes, it's fun to take the first peek. What we're really getting is our first look at the 90s. All the top American designers are showing their collections for next spring, and that's spring of 1990. I was with Bill Blass just minutes before his show, and he shared with me his philosophy for the next decade.
Making the woman be the dominant thing in the clothes, not the clothes.
And he's doing that by almost eliminating accessories, advocating short, cropped hair, and keeping the lines of his clothes simple.
You'll see a much more natural shoulder, much less construction. I think they're away from this massive squareness that was so evident in the past decade.
At Calvin Klein's show, it was soft colors in classic American sportswear with an equestrian touch.
I think women look so great in Western pants or in jodhpurs or riding jackets. It's another thing that I'm doing this spring. Classic 3-button riding jackets or longer coats.
Marianne Restivo, whose popularity increases with every season, is continuing to make the clothes that women don't just look at, but really wear.
We have lots of overblouses. The overblouse is coming back. And I like that idea, and I think a lot of women like that idea, too. It's a very feminine kind of a look because you feel very good in soft, flowy fabrics.
Today is only day 3, so we asked designers who were showing today and for the rest of the week for a sneak preview. Adrienne Vittadini unveils her first collection for the 90s later today, in which she anticipates the needs of the American woman.
She continually wants career type of clothes because I think more and more women work all the time. So she wants functional clothes, but I think she wants them with a softer edge than perhaps in the 80s. I think the 80s, we really tried to compete with our male colleagues, and I think our clothes were more structured, more hard-edged, more rigid. And second, I think there is a tremendous emphasis on functionality and easy clothes and things that travel well and they work. And these sort of come out from my own personal lifestyle.
Designer Carolyne Roehm also gave us a sneak preview. Her show happens later today. She's continuing her narrow, fluid silhouette for evening, but is completely changing her daytime look.
I think women will go back to looking like women again. Traditionally, I have never done a spring collection without navy blue, or at least navy and black. And this whole collection is just like a palette of powders, makeup powders. So they're very soft colors for a woman's face. They are colors that flatter women, and that's all I'm about.
When we caught up with the hot new designer Issac Mizrahi, he was still putting the finishing touches on his clothes for Thursday's show.
I think that what women in the 90s are going to want is to somehow marry fiction and function so that the clothes look wonderful and feminine and exciting, but function the way sweatshirts do or the way your favorite white shirt does.
And finally, we had the chance to observe trendsetter Donna Karan get ready for her Friday show with more of her wearable, comfortable design. How are you going to dress the woman in that comfortable look, but make her look put together?
I think that's the beauty of what this collection is all about. It slides over the body. It just falls on. And yet, it has that bit of tailoredness where it's needed. I think it really is about effortless kind of dressing, because I think we have enough problems that we need to be effortless at something.
But Pat, besides talking about just cuts, am I going crazy, or am I seeing like so much yellow and orange and green and kind of new pastel apricots? I mean, is that what you're seeing a lot of as far as color is concerned?
Yes, and spring traditionally has always been navy. We think of navy, and we think of navy and white and beige. But I think the whole move to the 90s for women becoming more feminine in their appearance, in the clothes that they wear, brings about these powder puff colors, which are, like if you took pink and watered it down, and powder blue and yellow, and the soft greens. And they're very flattering to almost any skin. And I think after a long, cold winter, we're going to look at these things when we go in the store and say, that looks good. I think I'd like to try it.
There are a lot of retailers out there that are having a lot of problems right now with takeovers or whatever. Do you see them wanting to spend a lot of money this year? I mean, are we going to get clothes in the store to a lot of shopping selection?
I talked to a lot of the retailers, both in Paris and here. They're very cautious But they want something new, something to entice us so that we'll have to buy something. So they're going to buy very carefully.
Pat George, thank you. It's 5 before the hour, and we'll be back.